My first guest today is Professor Mi Kam Ng. Professor Ng is Vice Chairman of the Department of Geography and Resource Management, the Director of the Urban Studies Program, Associate Director of the Institute of Future Cities, and the Hong Kong Institute of Asian Pacific Studies at the Chinese University of Hong Kong. She is a member of the Royal Town Planning Institute, a Fellow of the Hong Kong Institute of Planners, and academic advisor of the Hong Kong Institute of Urban Design. She has published widely on planning, governance, and sustainability issues in Pacific Asia. Her publications have earned her 6 Hong Kong Institute of Planners Awards and the 2015 Association of European Schools Best Published Paper Award. At the international level, she has been consultant to the United Nations and the European Union. The Urban Studies program she directs is currently a partner of the World Urban Campaign, a platform to develop and promote UN Habitat's new urban agenda. Professor Ng used her professional knowledge to coordinate a multidisciplinary team of experts, including Professor McWing C. Winnie of the Department of Psychology, Dr. Wong Oi-ling of the Department of Social Work, and Ms. Amy Zhang, who is an acclaimed artist, to create a KPF project, Nourishing a Life of Dignity, Healthy Individuals, Resilient Families, and Sustainable Communities. Professor Ng's team feels that compartmentalization of academic disciplines and of the administration in Hong Kong has led to social isolation, a sense of hopelessness, and even intergroup conflicts. The first stop is solving the problem requires different stakeholders to understand and work with one another. Using an eclectic approach of urban planning, mindfulness training, family-centered care, and creative artistry, the project aimed to cultivate human flourishing with a series of train-the-trainers and stakeholder engagement sessions, workshops, seminars, and community engagement work. Professor Ng will share with you her experience in making KPF application and how she balanced her time in research work and KPF projects during the panel discussion. My next guest today is Professor Yiu Chung Yim Edward. He is also from the Department of Geography and Resource Management. Professor Yiu is the Associate Director of the Institute of Future Cities. Professor Yiu is a housing and land policy academic, often appearing in the media as a columnist and commentator on housing issues. He also served on the board of governors of Friends of the Earth. Professor Yiu's KPF project is rental index and living environment of subdivided housing units. Tenants of subdivided housing units are vulnerable to any unreasonable rental increase, as they are usually the lowest income group in society. They rely solely on real estate agents, who are in serious conflict of interests because their commissions are based on a fixed percentage of the monthly rent of the units. Therefore, his project aims at constructing a quarterly rental index of subdivided housing units in Hong Kong and organizing activities for the public to understand its situation. Not only did Professor Yiu hold a number of conferences to report his findings, he also trained 20 social workers and 10 eye care students to carry out the surveys. Professor Yiu is particularly good at collaborating with experts like social workers and students. He also knows how to leverage the power of the internet to scale up the effect and visibility of his project. As you will learn from other guests in today's panel, while professors have all the expertise and knowledge, they need partners to scale up the impact. Students, volunteers, and social workers in the community are the primary human leverage, and the internet and social media are powerful means to create visibility and momentum. My third guest today is Dr. Angela Wong Wei Cheng. Dr. Wong received her PhD degree from the University of Chicago. She was an associate professor at the Department of Cultural and Religious Studies. She is now the Vice President for Programs, United Board for Christian Higher Education in Asia. Dr. Wong's KPF project was representations of active aging and aging in place, elderly participation, and cultural intervention. Her project aimed at increasing public awareness on aging population with cultural approaches through representations of Hong Kong elderly and aging in place in voices, photos, and objects by an exhibition. Dr. Wong and her team also organized talks and workshops with over 1,000 participants to introduce to the elderly a better understanding of the identity of old age and to equip the elderly with better skills coping with old age stereotypes in everyday life. Cultural approach on studying old age is an effective way to examine and reconstruct the social meanings of the elderly. It critically examines the representations of the elderly and analyzes meanings in the symbols of decline and old ages. The cultural approach brings a new angle to the pragmatic and functional understanding of elderly life. This KPF project used a non-traditional approach to raise public awareness on aging population. Dr. Wong not only introduced the cultural approaches in the social welfare sector, she also included elderly participation to construct active aging and aging in place in the Hong Kong context. By partnering with a number of NGOs, including YWCA of Hong Kong and Yan Oi Tong Wuzhong Elderly District Community Center, Dr. Wong's project clearly manifested how knowledge from her research work could help achieve social cohesion.